Hello, today we're going to be talking about understanding the causes of type 2 diabetes. And we're going to be talking about from a functional medicine perspective and why you have so much power to take control of not only your blood sugars, but even before you have that diagnosis of diabetes, um, to prevent it from occurring. So we'll be talking all about all the multiple factors that can cause type 2 diabetes. Welcome. My name's Alexandra. I am the founder of RX Health and Wellness. In RX Health and Wellness, we empower women over 40 with type 2 diabetes to take control of their blood sugars and to even possibly put them into remission. We talk all about getting healthy. It's all about improving your overall health at the same time that you're taking control of your diabetes. All right, let's get started. So I want to share with you a perspective that the cause of type 2 diabetes and what a lot of people think it is not just sugar, right? People say, oh, you got type 2 diabetes, you were eating too much sugar. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond, it's not the cause of type 2 diabetes. So many people, again, believe that it's just about eating too much sugar. But in reality, there are multiple factors that contribute to what we call insulin resistance and lead to blood sugar imbalances. And some of these factors include genetics, chronic inflammation, nutrient deficiency, stress, toxins, certain medications, and even sleep issues. So let's break down the key root causes and how we can address them. Let's start with genetics. So many people believe that if diabetes runs in your family, that they're destined to get it as well. But here's the truth. Genetics plays a role, but a very small role, because lifestyle and environmental issues determine how these genes are expressed. So you have the gene that can cause diabetes, but that doesn't mean it's going to be turned on. So epigenetics tells us that genes are expressed. You can either turn them on or turn them off, depending on the things that you do. So what I'm telling you is your diet, your stress level, and even your sleep can have an effect on that gene and turn it on or off. Things like toxin exposure can turn that gene on or off, and on or off. So yes, family history can increase your risk, but doesn't guarantee that you will develop diabetes, especially if you concentrate on those lifestyle changes that we talk about. Studies have shown that even if you have a strong family history, you can still prevent, you can still manage or reverse diabetes, put it into remission, by making lifestyle changes that will turn off or not let that gene be expressed. So what can we do? Let's focus on nutrition. Nutrition is a large percentage of how you control your diabetes and how you manage your diabetes, but it can also be a big percentage of how you prevent diabetes. Exercise, stress management, all can influence how these genes are expressed. Reduce inflammation to prevent genetic triggers from activating, reduce your chronic inflammation. Optimize your gut health. We all have heard about gut health and how when you have good gut health, you have good health, right? So your microbiome affects how your genes relate to insulin function expressing itself. So take this with you. Just because your family has diabetes doesn't mean you will get diabetes. All right, let's talk about another factor here, insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Type 2 diabetes begins with insulin resistance. This is when the cells don't respond to insulin. And why does that happen? Well, let's talk about how insulin kind of works. So to make it really simple, insulin is like a key that opens up a door to the cell so that the glucose or sugar molecule can go in so that cell can use it as energy. High sugar and processed foods will lead to spiked sugars and increase in your insulin production, leading to insulin resistance. Chronic inflammation is caused by processed foods, unhealthy fats, and gut imbalances, making it harder for insulin to work the way it's supposed to. Gut dysbiosis is when you have an unhealthy gut, which increases your inflammation, chronic inflammation, and raises the risk for metabolic diseases. So what can we do about it? Reduce processed carbs, processed foods in general, and sugary foods. Eat more of an anti-inflammatory diet. Leafy greens, berries, healthy fats. Improve your gut health. Give your gut what it needs. Increase your fiber intake. Use probiotics and prebiotics. Another possible cause of diabetes is medications that can raise your blood sugar. There's certain medications that can increase blood sugar and worsen your insulin resistance. Some of these are corticosteroids. These are used for inflammation, but can cause insulin resistance. Medications such as prednisone and dexamethasone. Beta blockers are often used for blood pressure, but they can reduce your insulin sensitivity. Medications such as metoprolol and propranolol. Cholesterol medications such as statins that are used to lower cholesterol may increase your blood sugars. Medications such as diuretics that are used for blood pressure can raise your blood sugars. And certain antidepressants like SSRIs or Prozac, or TCAs may affect your metabolism and dysregulate your glucose management. Hormonal medications such as birth control and hormone replacement therapy can increase your insulin resistance or decrease your insulin sensitivity. So what can we do about these? Well, the first thing you need to do is talk to your doctor or healthcare provider and see if there's an alternative medication that you can take. Second, support your insulin sensitivity naturally through great nutrition, exercise, and stress management. And if you can't get off these medications because they are needed, then monitor your blood sugars regularly. That way, you know if your sugars are trending up and you can talk to your doctor about it. Toxins and forever chemicals, and even endocrine disruptors. So this is one of the biggest hidden causes of type 2 diabetes. Toxic exposures from chemicals can disrupt your hormones and lead to a decrease in insulin function. Let's start with forever chemicals. These are chemicals like PFAs that are found in nonstick cookware, fast food packaging, tap water, and personal care products. These chemicals stay in your body for years, and they are linked to insulin resistance. And they stay in the environment for a very long time. That's why they're called forever chemicals. And then you have another group called endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals such as BPA and phthalates and pesticides, which are found in plastics, canned food, cosmetics, and even certain cleaning products. These mimic hormones and disrupt your metabolism. And the last group are heavy metals. These are lead, mercury, and arsenic. They interfere with your insulin signaling and mitochondria. And mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. That's where we create energy, increasing diabetes risk. So what can we do? Here are a few things that we can do. Filter your water. You can use a reverse osmosis or a high quality carbon filter. Avoid plastics as much as you can, like plastic containers, plastic water bottles, and non-stick cookware. Choose organic produce when you can. I know prices nowadays are super high, but we want to reduce our exposure to pesticides. Use natural personal care products and cleaning products. And you can find a clean list in your EGW website. All right, another cause of or contributed to type 2 diabetes is your stress, your lack of sleep, and your hormonal imbalance. So in RX Health and Wellness, we talk a lot about women over 40 having a really hard time to manage their blood sugars because of hormonal imbalances. So hormonal shifts such as perimenopause, menopause, and thyroid dysfunction can make blood sugar management even harder. So balancing your hormones is really important. Chronic stress can lead to increases in cortisol, which is a hormone, which can then increase your blood sugars and make you more insulin resistant. Poor sleep. Oh, poor sleep disrupts your insulin sensitivity, leading to higher blood sugars and even increasing cravings. So what can we do about these? Manage your stress by doing deep breathing exercises. Movement and exercise is a great way to manage your stress. Mindfulness, practicing mindfulness throughout the day, and even meditation. Prioritize your sleep, 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. And then try to balance your hormones naturally by eating a nutrient-rich diet, reducing your stress again, and making those lifestyle changes like improving sleep, addressing your mental health, and making sure you're addressing the whole person. So type 2 diabetes is not just about your genetics, and it's not just about eating more sugar. It's about all the other factors such as chronic inflammation, toxins, nutrition imbalances, possible other medications, stresses, and hormone disruptors. Here's the good news. By addressing these root causes, you can prevent, manage, and even put into remission type 2 diabetes naturally. Even if diabetes runs in your family, it doesn't mean you're doomed to get it. Your daily choices have the power to change your health and rewrite your future. So I hope this helps. I love to hear from you. So comment below. Let me know if you like this type of content and if there are any other things you would like me to work on. So thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye.